Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. Oh my god, look at that. Gonna have to exfoliate. Today I thought I would do a little bit of a different video. So as you may have noticed, I'm barefaced. I woke up in literally the most positive mood ever, and I thought what a perfect day to do like a video on my acne, seeing as I've kind of wanted to do it for a while and been putting it off because I've kind of been basically too self-conscious to come on camera with like a complete no makeup face, especially like I keep thinking, oh, it's really bad at the minute, I'll wait until, you know, it clears up a little bit. But today I've woken up in a really good mood. Well, it actually started kind of bad. I was watching my YouTube videos back and I realised in literally every single video I would say something about my skin, like, oh, you know, ignore my skin, or just ignore me that I've got no makeup on, or I'm really spotty at the minute, or whatever I say. And I just thought, oh my god, like, why am I always apologising for having bad skin? Like, A, nobody actually cares, and B, most people have either had acne before, or somebody really close to them, like their boyfriend or sister, or, you know, best friend, whoever. Somebody has probably had acne that you're close to, so you know how difficult it is and like how hard it is to get rid of it. And yeah, like, nobody really cares. And like, by all means, I know people have a lot worse like acne than me, but I would still say mine's like fairly bad. Obviously it has good days and bad days, but oh, sorry, not with the camera. I've just thought I'm gonna brave it and basically do like my acne journey, acne chat kind of video today. I've done it in kind of blog post format before and it seemed to go down quite well. So I thought I'd do it as a video form, but I'm also going to basically do my makeup, so it's like a get ready with me and an acne chat at the same time. But yeah, thought I would start barefaced so you can see how we are at the minute. It's at its worst at the minute, but that is because I've been drinking. I've drank recently and my skin always flares up when I drink, and I've also been picking at them, so that definitely doesn't help. I've got a really ugly one here as well, but it could be worse, and like I say, it doesn't matter. It's a common thing to have, and I am happy in my skin, if I keep telling myself that anyway. I'm just trying to basically not hate on myself so much. Like, I feel like nobody who's watching this actually cares, and if you do care, then see ya, because I am just living my best life. I'll talk you through what I'm using as well, because obviously acne products, especially for your face, are really hard to find. If you know, you know. So first of all, I'm going to moisturise, and I'm going to use the Roche-Posay, is that how you say that brand? Effaclar Duo. This is like one of the only moisturisers that doesn't break my skin out. I can use the Dermalogica one as well, but I just slightly prefer the smell of this one, I think, and I'm just using it up. It's the one in my makeup bag, so we will start with that, and I will start with how my acne began. So basically, it was last September sort of time, which was when my graduation was, and me and Lewis had just signed the contract for our flat in Lincoln, the one I'm in now, and I was moving to Lincoln and having my graduation in the space of like 2 days, and I also had Lewis's graduation as well. And I remember saying like, oh, my skin's getting really bad for like graduation and the move, and there's some actual vlogs on the channel of like graduation and stuff, but it wasn't like bad at this point. I just had like a few spots, and I was obviously stressing because it was graduation. I didn't want to have, you know, really spotty skin in all my photos, so I was like stressing out over literally, now looking back, nothing. But I had like a few here, I think, and I was like, oh my god, all my photos are going to be rubbish. So I remember thinking maybe it was just down to stress, because I was, you know, moving, packing all of my stuff. Like, moves are quite stressful anyway, and then graduation's quite a big thing. I had Lewis's graduation as well. I didn't have a dress until 2 days before or something like that, so I remember being like a bit stressed, but I didn't, you know, I didn't feel abnormally stressed. Like, I wasn't like stressing, so I was like, is it just subconscious stress that's like causing me to break out? And I was trying to, you know, drink loads of water, have plenty of sleep, like doing all the obvious things before graduation to try and get the best skin, but it just wasn't really making any difference anyway. And obviously I did my graduation vlog, Get Ready With Me, so you saw my skin in that, and it's like, it was nowhere near as bad as it is now, but I put it down to that, and I thought, oh, it's going to get better. And then in the space of like a week, I'm gonna have to insert some pictures, but like even then I was gonna apologise and be like, please don't judge me, but this is just how it is, do you know what I mean? This is my skin. So I will insert like pictures maybe on this side. In the space of like a week, literally that amount of time, like literally every day I'd go to sleep, I'd wake up and I'd have about 6 new big spots, and I was literally freaking out, like what is going on, like am I allergic to something? Like obviously it was spots, but I just thought, am I like putting something on my face that's going crazy? It was just such a quick amount of time and it came so quickly, and I'd never had like amazing skin, like I'd never been somebody who had like clear perfect skin even through school and stuff, but it had never been like acne. I just had like a few spots. I've been like, oh, you know, you've got perfect skin, I've got a few spots, but it wasn't ever like, you know, you walk past in the street and you'd think I had spots, whereas at this point you obviously would. So I was stressing so much then about it, like I was literally crying every day, and like obviously I'm not doing makeup because I'm just having such a rant. I'm gonna pop on now Hydra Pro Glow, which is basically a moisturiser. It's got something in it, hyaluronic acid or something, but I basically use it because it's glowy. It's from Kiko. I've forgotten where I was up to. So yeah, I was stressing. Literally it became like my life seeing, oh, I'm so orange, seeing like how my spots were doing. Like I used to literally check the mirror about 30 times a day, like literally no exaggeration. Anytime I walked past a mirror I would check in it. Like if I was in a lift I would check in the mirror. Like I was just obsessed with looking at my skin. The first thing I do in the morning is go to the mirror and see what my skin was like that morning, like take a photo of it, send it to my mum. Like I was literally just obsessed with my skin, which I've actually spoken to a lot of people about. Apparently this is like quite common, like you just become so obsessed with it. And my sister actually had at like a really similar age, like adult acne we all call it. So I didn't know if it was like a genetic thing, like I didn't know. Apparently it's not really like that common at all, like there's no relation that because she had it at this age I would have it at this age. That's just as much as like my next door neighbour could have it at this age. But it is a bit funny how we both got it at the same age. But I mean, like I was saying earlier, most people do have acne, but I was just really annoyed that I had it like at this age. When I first had it I was like, oh, I wish I'd had it at school, because like not most people, but a lot of people had it at school. I feel like that was more of a normal time to have it, and I just felt really embarrassed because I felt like a spotty teenager when I was like 21, and like I feel like it just made me look really childish, which might sound stupid, but like I don't know, you don't expect to be spotty. Like most people have grown out of that spotty phase, and then there's me coming in with like a face full of acne to work. So that was just making me stressed. I was really self-conscious. Like I didn't want to go out with no makeup on, but putting makeup on was making it worse, which actually I can't be asked for anyone to be thinking, why put makeup on? That makes your skin worse. Obviously it makes my skin worse, but I'm also not changing my life too much. Like I'm filming 3 videos today, so I'm gonna put some makeup on. If I'm not going out of the house or anything like that, obviously I don't cake my skin in makeup. And I used to be so self-conscious that I literally wouldn't even go to like a corner shop without makeup, but now I'm fine with doing all of that. I've even gone to work without makeup, which was like a huge step. But today I fancy wearing some makeup, so I am going to. But yeah, I do, obviously one of my main things is to not wear makeup. Like I do know that. I'm not just gonna use this it's by Maybelline Instant Anti-Age Eraser Concealer. It's like the one that everyone uses. So yeah, like I say, I was stressing, it wasn't getting any better. I've tried like a few topical things, it hasn't helped. Topical treatments took a while to work. The best one was actually just a pharmacy one, which was Acne-Side, which I've spoken about in a blog post. I did think I put it on this table to show you. I'll put it in my makeup bag. Is this, which you can just pick up from like Boots, like over the counter sort of thing, which is really good. I think it would be a lot better if you didn't have really bad skin, you just had a few spots. I think it would like be amazing, but obviously I had quite bad acne, so it was sort of improving them, but there was a lot to need to be improved. Basically, benzoyl peroxide like dries your skin out so much so that the like acne can't, what was like the word, like breed almost. That sounds really gross. So yeah, my skin was getting so dry, which was good because obviously that's what it was meant to do, but At the same time, my skin was literally flaking off. I remember like this section was literally so dry I could like flick bits of my skin off literally, which was kind of gross. Yeah, I was just getting really stressed. It wasn't getting any better. Obviously the more stressed I was getting, the less it was helping. I think like over time my skin did get better, but it sounds weird, but like I think as well I was just getting more used to having like spots. Like when it all first happened I was like, what is going on? And then obviously after having it for like a month you start like knowing that you're going to wake up and see spots. So there's like a few things that I do think really helped it from being how it was here, and that was massively reducing dairy. Now I still do have dairy because I still like, I'm a cheese fiend. I used to eat so much cheese that it was actually easy to cut down because I don't need to have cheese with literally like every single meal. So cutting down on that, and then swapping my milks, which was literally the easiest thing ever, because turns out I tried oat milk and almond milk and I absolutely love both. Like I remember the first time trying almond milk and being like, no, oat milk, and being like, why isn't everybody drinking this? Like it's literally nicer. But oat's a little bit like worse for you in terms of calories than almonds, so I drink almond on like an everyday basis, but I love like a oat milk latte, or like if I was going to Starbucks or something I'd probably get oat milk. But that wasn't like the be all and end all. Like I did cut out cheese completely to start with, but my skin didn't like it's not just dairy causing my skin, but I think cutting out dairy does help. Getting enough sleep is a massive one. Like if I have a few nights with no sleep, not like physically no sleep, but like late nights, it literally reflects in my skin like so much. By the way, for foundation it was just the Revolution Conceal and Define. I used to use this ages ago and it just doesn't seem to like be too heavy on my skin where it sort of makes my spots worse. Like obviously it'd probably be better to not wear any makeup at all, but it doesn't seem to, you know, harm them in any way. Not wearing makeup's a massive one, and like not drinking alcohol. Like if I drink alcohol, like I said, I will break out. Like that's just a fact. I don't really as a rule drink much at all anyway. Like it would only be an event or a special occasion or something where I'd end up drinking. Like I don't really go out much anymore, so that doesn't bother me too much, because if it is a special occasion I'm still going to drink anyway and just deal with the consequences. Like I don't want to not go out for my best friend's birthday just because I've got acne and I'm scared that I'm going to get a few more spots. Like not, you know, that's part of it, not letting it rule my life. The same way if I want to wear makeup today I'm going to wear makeup, because then the acne is still ruling my life because I'm not doing things that I want to do. But my main thing is basically making sure my skin is the healthiest it can be. Honestly, this is going to be the slowest makeup because I'm just, once I start talking about spots I literally can't stop it. It's like the obsessive thing about when I was saying I used to just look in the mirror all the time. Like if somebody brings up like spots at work, I'm suddenly ready to like not stop talking about it. But I think like my main thing is just like getting over it. To like put it bluntly, like I need to just, like doing this video today, like I fully was like, oh I could do a video on that for so long, and I just thought, oh my god, just do it. Like literally nobody cares who's watching this, nobody actually cares. So here we are. This is actually a really nice palette. It was gifted, but it's Obsession from, I think it's like Revolution's brand. Yes, it's the same like brand as Revolution, but it's the Obsession Love Every Shade eyeshadow palette, but it's just got some really nice like browns in it. I think it'll be nice for autumn because these like glittery colours will look really nice. At the minute I just literally put a brown all over my lid. So in terms of like products that I can use, I love, I'll link all my blog posts down below about my skin, but I love the Elizabeth Arden Ceramide Cleanser. I'll write the names of everything down below in case I got it wrong. I'm pretty sure it's Elizabeth Arden, the like one in the gold package if you've got it. Honestly, so nice. It was like one of the first cleansers I found that didn't like literally freak my skin out. Like basically I had to take it to the point with my skin where I was just using water to wash it and not wear any makeup, because I had to like work out the process of what was making it worse and what was making it okay. But for some reason the Elizabeth Arden one just worked really well for me. and it actually felt like I was getting like a good cleanse. Also working with Dermalogica as like a skinfluencer, they've sent some bits over before. I've done a blog post all about just their skincare, but they have like a 2-part cleanse, and that's the way that I get my skin feeling like the cleanest that it does. Because you're doing 2 parts, it's really good if you've got like heavy makeup on, but it also, the consistency, like the Elizabeth one's quite like creamy, sometimes it's quite hard to like rub in on your face, whereas I feel like I'm getting like a really watery wash that kind of turns into a milk. The 2 parts, the first one is like the pre-cleanse, which is like almost an oil that turns into a milk, which it's so thin that it feels like you can really cleanse your whole face instead of like rubbing the cream on, if that makes sense. And then the second part of it is more of like a jelly that you rub on. I think that's just called their like everyday cleanser or something like that, but they're really, really good. And then my main thing is the PMD is the brand, but I think it's also called Personal Microderm. I might just get it to show you actually, bear with. So this is it. It's not battery operated. It does have like a wire that you plug into this bit here, but it's plugged into my room, so I've just unplugged it because all my wires are tangled. But it is, the brand is PMD, but I think it's called a Personal Microderm. It was gifted, but if I like lost this now, I would 1,000,000% buy another one. Single-handedly think it was the thing that improved my skin. It is a little disc that basically goes on. Is it going to focus? Yeah, there we go. A little disc. This is basically like abrasive, which will like rub, although barely abrasive. It pops onto there, which is like a little pin, and then this cap goes on, and it creates like, so hard to show you, like a dip for the suction of your skin basically. So you drag this across your face. You kind of have to have your face quite taut, so you have to like hold your face and go along. I was a little bit terrified to start with, but honestly, because it kind of exfoliates your skin, it's also getting circulation around in your skin, and I also think it helps any skincare products that I put on, i.e. my acticide, to go into my skin more because it's taking off that dead layer. Like, it's just honestly a game changer. I love it so much. I would recommend it to anyone. It is quite pricey, but I think anyone who's had bad skin will know, like, it gets to the point where you will literally do anything. Like, when I was at my worst, I feel like I'd have paid like, so, because there's just nothing you can do about it. Like, you're trying everything, you just want a cure, and I'm not saying that's gonna obviously cure it, but it worked really, really well for me. I never used it on my actual acne. Like, if I had a spot, I never used it on the spot, more on the areas of like unactive acne or like scarring. It helps kind of rejuvenate your skin, and because then it started clearing up, I could then use it on more and more sections of my face. I don't know whether to try. I bought this mascara. I've got a few new bits of makeup actually. I bought it yesterday. Collection Lash Search. Everyone raves about it, so I might give it a go. The only other thing that really I would like to try that I haven't, that I've seen people say is amazing, is sleeping with like silk pillowcases. It's meant to be really good for your skin and hair, so I would quite like to purchase some of them if I can find some that aren't gonna break the bank. Not sure how I feel about this mascara. So if like that eye turned out okay, this eye is not bad. It was only £4.99, so we can't complain too much, but it's not as good as Better Than Sex. In terms of just taking my makeup off, I only really ever use micellar water, like Garnier micellar water, which my skin seems absolutely fine with, which is good. So I bought this Max Factor Lip Affinity in the shade 190 in Indulgent, because I thought it looked like a really nice colour, but I swatched it on my hand yesterday and then was like, not sure if it's a very me colour, because it looks a bit too much of a like grey nude, like purpley kind of toned, which I don't like. So I remember literally Lip Affinity I used to wear in school, like not sixth form school, like year 7, 8, in this really like almost neutral shade, so I didn't get told off for wearing makeup, and it used to last literally all day. So don't know if it's going to be a new fave, but don't mind it. Then you get your second part, which is like a gloss, but not really. Step 1, apply colour to clean lips. Keep lips apart for 60 seconds until dry. I just wanted to in general chat, and I was like, oh, it'd be good to start with no makeup so you can see my skin, and then as I'm talking about my skin, you can obviously see the current situation. It is a little bit worse at the minute, which is fine. Has good days, has bad days, but I'm just sick. I just woke up this morning and I was like, do you know what? Nah, I'm not gonna let it. I'm just gonna go and do the video today. Fuck what anyone thinks. Not that anyone cares, because I just play it up to be a bigger thing. It's like I'll go to the shop and I'll be like, you put makeup on, you put makeup on, or I used to be like this. And I was like, oh my god, like, you're making your skin worse by putting makeup on. I know I've just put a whole face full of makeup on, but I want to. Whereas, say, to the shop, I didn't want to put makeup on. That's the difference. So I was putting makeup on to go to the shop because I felt so uncomfortable in my own skin. And it's just like, really, there are so many worse things in the world. Like, you just need to get over it. There are so many worse things than acne. Like, it literally doesn't even affect really my life. It only affects it if I let it. It's no Soap and Glory Sexy Mother Pucker, but it's a pretty nice gloss. I think that pretty much concludes the vid. Makeup's done. This is kind of my everyday makeup if I'm just chilling. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. My final thing is really, if you're watching this and you do have acne, please don't stress about it, don't worry about it. I know it's easier said than done, but I feel like I've been through that stage. My skin's still bad, but you learn to become okay with it, and there's so many worse things you could have. Nobody really cares about your skin, and like I say, pretty much everyone is going to either have had acne or know somebody with acne, whether they had it at school or adult acne or something like that. Like, most people I've spoken to about it have. Oh my god, why is it? Oh, I just hit it, there's a fly in my living room. Most people have had it, or know somebody that they care about has had it, so please don't stress. It is going to get better. You're going to come out the other side of it. If you know anyone with acne, please be kind. It is a really hard situation to be in, and I think some people who haven't had acne may overlook it. Like, I've had some conversations with people before and they've sort of not understood why it upsets me so much. Anyone who does have acne will literally know how much on a day-to-day basis it affects you. Like, there's stuff on your face that you don't want to be there. Like, you feel dirty. That's how I always felt anyway. Like, I was thinking that people thought that I wasn't keeping my face clean, and it was like, Jesus, you should see my skincare routine. Like, it's not that. Then I thought, people are going to think like it's all my diet, and I've changed my diet so drastically. I mean, I'm not particularly healthy, but when I was trying to get rid of my acne, I was literally putting everything in my diet they said that would be good for your skin, but it's not. It can be so many different reasons for having acne, and like hormonal things as well that you can't really affect in the way that your body is, made. But just please don't let it stress you out. Please be kind if you do know people with acne. It's a really, really sad, stressful time, and I had so much support from everyone around me, like at work, my boyfriend, my family. Obviously my sister had already gone through it, so I could speak to her about it. I remember being in a group chat with my mum and sister, and I used to just send pictures every day and be like, great, another one and stuff, but they would literally say, like, they would just be so supportive, and like, I never felt like I had to wear makeup around the people really close to me. And if you do know somebody with acne, hopefully make them feel like that, that they can just wear no makeup, improve their skin around you. But that is pretty much it from me. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. If you're new here, please make sure you subscribe. Just hit 400 subscribers, which is lovely to wake up to, probably why I'm in a good mood. But please, if you're not already, make sure you subscribe, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and I'll see you soon for another vid. Bye.